yeah, so continuing on from there, though, Joe Budden on his podcast said that Drake and Kendrick Lamar are readying nuclear diss songs, and that it's up, and that this is it. We're getting the battle. First, I don't know how much I believe Joe Budden. First off, he might just be saying this for clicks and views, and he's gotten headlines from it. Everybody's talking about it basically. So we don't know how much we can trust Joe Budden on this, but I've been wanting this battle since 2017. Now, I know the Control verse started basically in 2013. From there, things got weird with Drake and Kendrick. But in 2017, I kind of realized, okay, with Kendrick reaching his peak commercially, Drake being at his peak, like, listen, this would be fire. Now, if that would have happened in 2017, it would have been way bigger, but it's still big right now, obviously. It's huge. It's like Pacquiao and Mayweather. If they would have fought both in their primes, it would have been a way better fight, but they fought a lot later when they both got older, slower, and less responsive and less punchy or whatever, not having as much punch in their fight. But, with this Drake and Kendrick thing, I think we still got their prime right now. Not like prime, but still good, still hypey. Everybody's, hyped about it. But let's see what Joe Budden had to say, man. I'm going to play this. Actually, I can't play it. It's going to get copyrighted. Joe Budden really copyrights shit. So let's go over the article, basically. On the latest episode of the Joe Budden podcast, published on Wednesday, April 10th, the media personality kicked things off by hyping the Buddy rivalry. Get out the way, he said. Whatever little rappy shit you thought was going on, this is not that. And something's coming. I think that J. Cole knows that from either Kendrick or Drake or both. And it was time to bow out because we are no longer in the first round. Kendrick has earned himself a bye with Cole's apology, but I think that the insiders know, actually, I have it on good information that both sides went in the booth and came out. He continued, what I'm hearing about both sides is it's nuclear. It's up. I'm hearing this from people that can rap, so I want to come in here and say that the speculation time is over. Debate time is over. I've been saying this for a few pods now that I've seen absolutely nothing from Drake to get me excited enough to think that he will be capable of doing what needs to be done against the likes of a Kendrick Lamar. I'm here to say that there is no longer any need for me to instigate it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm tired of this bullshit of hyping things up with Drake. The same thing, mind you, Drake has never responded to Pusha T's story of Adidon. Never got a response to that. All they did was hype this supposed diss track that was supposed to come out from Drake, and it was supposed to expose mainly Kanye West, which takes away the attention from Pusha T, and that it was supposed to ruin relationships and that potentially Drake slept with Kim Kardashian and all this stuff. You had Jay Prince go on radio run saying, oh, we couldn't release it. It was too diabolical. Drake was going in too much. Like, why even mention that? Who cares? I don't care about the hype of a diss track coming out. Why don't we go to the old days? Just drop the fucking track. That's the respectable thing about J. Cole. Even though he apologized, we got a random drop. That's what Kendrick does. Random drop. Boom. Diss track out of nowhere. We didn't expect it. Boom. Here we are. What are you going to do, Drake? Oh, I'm going to do IG captions. I'm going to do a hype about this. I'm going to write on my whiteboard that I'm the competitive, rap is a competitive sport and that I should be the best and I'm the one and everybody aims for the one. And I'm going to do all these other things but drop a diss track. I get it. He wants to be calculated. I get it. He wants to take his time, but you can't do that when you're clowning other artists for taking their time. Meek Mill, for example. What did how many days did it take Pusha T to respond to Drake's Duppy? I want to look that up right now because I don't remember. Let me see. Let's see. The Story of Adidon. This is a track that came out May 29th. Let's see where Drake dropped Duppy, which I like Duppy, by the way. Duppy's a dope-ass diss track. May 25th. May 29th. May 25th. Waited 4 days. Where y'all at? Pusha T, boom, within 4 days got you and dropped a vicious diss track. Now, granted, he probably had a lot of that planned, and I wouldn't be surprised. But 4 days. 4 days. Now, in the social media era, right? If an artist wants to take time releasing a diss track, that's totally fine with me. Just don't be on social media. If right now Drake didn't drop a diss track, it took him this long, which is taking him, 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever we're at right now. But he didn't release any IG captions. It was just on tour and didn't pretend like, didn't do these speeches and these type of things and act aggressive. Just was on tour, finishing his tour. We didn't hear a peep from him. then something would have been like, now people would have clowned Drake and be like, oh, look, he's ducking. He's always on social media. But now that Kendrick got him to tuck his tail and he's not responding, I wouldn't have said that. I would have been like, maybe he's cooking something up. That's why he's not responding. He hasn't said anything on social media because he's focused. That's the way I would have looked at it. But you can't, I don't know, man. You can't be on social media and pretend like nothing's happening when you're getting flamed over here. But there's speculation, according to Joe Budden, and a lot of people, there's no really proof to this, that Drake is dropping a diss track this upcoming Friday. The same time Future and Metro Boomin dropped the We Still Don't Trust You album. So, I don't know. There's rumors that Pusha T is featured on the We Still Don't Trust You album. There's rumors that potentially Kendrick Lamar is featured on it again. I don't want another featured verse from Kendrick Lamar going at Drake. That's going to be whack to me. Like, if Drake responds with a full diss track, Kendrick, you got to come with a full diss track at that point. No more featured guests and stuff. Like, that will really tell, like, who can get a number one hit. If Drake gets a number one off the diss track and Kendrick doesn't, it's going to look like, damn, Drake's doing his thing. If Kendrick does it and Drake doesn't, they should just drop the diss track at the same time and compete in the charts. See who gets the number one off it. I don't know. There's so many ways this can go, but one thing I do know is I'm tired of the hype for Drake. Drop the fucking track. There's no more of this shit that happened with Pusha T. I don't want to hear about potentially this song coming, this and that. You know, what Drake should do is drop an EP. Hear me out. An EP called The Light Pack, making fun of basically making fun of them, Kendrick at least calling him his light work, that his music is light work. Just drop The Light Pack and drop 3 tracks. Now, why 3 tracks? 1 going at Kendrick, 1 going at Future, with Metro Boomin, by the way. Let's do both, because Metro Boomin is mainly a producer, so we'll throw him in there. 3rd one going at William Roberts, aka Rick Ross. And preferably, in my perfect world, I would love that to feature 50 Cent. That's in my perfect world. That's what I would love. If the first Drake and 50 Cent collab is cooking William Roberts, I would love that. But that's in my perfect world. I don't think that would ever happen. But I would love a 3-track breakdown like that, because, or just fuck it, bro. Do what Game did with 300 bars and running. You got to give Game props, even though it's dismantling G Unit here, which is my favorite rap group of all time. You know, what a 20-minute fucking just onslaught, or even 10 minutes. I know a lot of people's attention span at today's time, especially the kids, wouldn't listen to a 20-minute diss track, but even 10 minutes, bro. That would be fucking fire. Cook, flame Future, flame Kendrick, flame Rick Ross, and drop a piggy bank style record where you're just cooking everybody. That would put Drake, for me, if Drake did something like that, I'm not even joking with you guys, that would put Drake in the top 5 rappers of all time for me, personally. I would have different level of respect for Drake if that happened. I would view him as an actual rapper. Now, I still view him as an actual rapper. He can rap. He can rap his ass off. And anybody that denies that or throws a ghostwriting things and says, oh, he's a ghostwriter, he doesn't do, no. Dude, Jack Harlow in the Churchill Downs record, which Drake snapped on that record, said, hey, in 11 minutes, I saw him write this iconic ass, go listen to the verse, man. It's a fire verse. 11 minutes wrote it down in front of everybody. So to say that Drake can't write, he's written songs for other artists, like Drake can write, man. That whole ghostwriting thing is just like, hey, some little things happen. People got ideas. People get help here and there. Nothing wrong with that. Now, if somebody's writing whole verses for you, you know, consistently, or even one time, honestly, writing whole verses for a rapper, I don't agree with. Writing hooks, I don't mind. I think hook is just like part of the pop, you know, getting a hit. That I don't mind. If like a rapper needed a hook written for him and stuff, I'm totally fine with that. But verses, whole different thing. So Drake never really got whole verses written for him. As he had lines or here and there, yeah, I mean, you can hear in if you're reading this, it's too late, some, you know, running through the six with my woes. Shout out Quentin Miller. But I don't want to hear this bullshit about, oh, we got a track coming, so we'll see. We'll know Friday, by the time I record Monday's episode of the podcast, we'll know. And when it's up, it's up. So we'll keep our eyes posted.